final question, and this is another easy one. We actually had not done this, and we asked all of this guest, and I mean, it's a little bit of self-serving, but we obviously want your honest truth too. Uh, Hundreds of AMAs, if not thousands. Would love to hear your thoughts or any feedback on our show format, how you thought about your time here compared to the other things you usually do in the space.
You guys know the answer to that. I love you both. This is one of my favorite sessions to be on. And I've had a lot of time to interact with both of you now. And just the fact that you're so genuine, I feel like is uncommon in the space. And you can tell that the conversation flows naturally. Like I hope viewers and listeners can tell, right? Like I asked Mikey before this, do I need to prep anything? He's like, nah, man, just come on. We're gonna shoot the shit. We're gonna have a good time for a couple hours. It's like, cool, all good. Yet there were still amazing questions asked, and we went into some topics that don't really get touched on in a lot of other interviews and podcasts. And this is something I've publicly, I haven't called anybody out, but I've publicly shamed just the general sense of podcasts and interviews and spaces hosts in this ecosystem. That most of them fucking suck. I would say like 75% of the ones I've been on are fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Just like they asked me the same questions that everybody asked me. They asked me very just like surface level questions. As soon as I answer, they move into the next question. There's no real diving in deeper to find like the real diamonds within those questions and answers. It's it's just kind of a waste of time for the most part. But this, on one hand, I feel like we're giving the community some insight to other parts of my life and other parts of my mindset that I might not get to share on other sessions. And the other is that like it's just comfortable. Like I haven't been anxious. I'm not sweating. I do have to pee like a fucking madman right now. But it's flowed really easily. And so it's just been like, this is business for me, but at the same time, I get to kick back with some homies and have a good chat and, share information that might be beneficial to the community as well. So, I think you guys are doing great. I really love when I can tell that hosts ask questions that, show they've done their research and have looked into their guest a little bit further than trying to find that information out on air. I think we dove into some topics that you guys may have found out for the first time, but I think that's because of the questions you asked that lead to those topics and the follow-up questions and the follow-up banter,
Yeah.
right? So,
Yeah.
I mean, honest feedback is like, you guys are fucking dope. I love you both, and I'll come back on the show anytime.